Cal, you gotta calm down. Listen to me.
Hey, come on now.
You know, man, Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do to take us the rest of the way.
Can you pull over? We ain't see Calvin. Yeah, Calvin was there. Okay, Calvin was there. Okay, I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him
during Javon Tank Davis's recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr. A leaked audio clip captured a tense moment between Davis and his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford. Between rounds, as Ford wiped sweat from Davis's face and gave instructions, Davis suddenly cut him off, saying, "You gotta stop and listen to me." This rare public outburst from Davis hinted at possible communication issues between them during the fight. This wasn't the only controversy of the night. In the 9th round, Davis took a knee, saying hair grease got into his eyes. However, the referee did not count it as a knockdown, sparking more debate about the fight's events. Another moment between Davis and Ford caught attention after the fight ended. Ford walked up to Davis, seemingly for a congratulatory hug, but Davis stepped aside, passing Ford to greet others ringside instead. This public distancing has fueled speculation about possible tension between them. Reports from about 3 months ago suggested they might have professionally split. Addressing the issue, Ford said, "People don't understand my struggles, my beliefs, and my emotions about different things, but I do." Meanwhile, Davis shared his own view, saying he wants personal growth and a new direction in his career. He added, "The fewer people you chill with, the fewer problems you have."
Cal, you gotta calm down. Listen to me.
Hey, come on now.
In the fight against Lamont Roach, Calvin Ford pointed out that Davis didn't step up his game as expected. Ford said Davis missed chances to take control, which kept the fight more competitive than it should have been. In the past, Davis has enjoyed punishing his opponents, rather than just going for quick knockouts. But in this fight, he didn't dominate, as much as he could have, and Ford saw this as a major issue.
With Coach Cal, when Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like you always do, and Tank just brushed him off like, "Fuck out of here, nigga." Whoop, excuse me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now it seems like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank over here, he go to this nigga, and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up, and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it, type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? They really don't fuck with each other? Like, what? And he brush him off again, like, "Don't touch me" type shit. Like, you see?
On the other hand, Roach stepped up and showed his skills, making the fight more difficult. Ford noticed that both fighters were taking smart risks, but Davis didn't push the pace or take control like he had in previous fights. There were moments when Davis could have pulled ahead, but instead, the fight stayed close. Ford suggested that sometimes a tough fight is needed to refocus and get back to the level Davis is known for. He also praised Roach's preparation and toughness, saying Roach took punches that would have hurt most fighters. In the end, Ford stressed that Davis could have done more to secure a clear win, instead of letting the fight stay so competitive.
We looked at 3 rounds. Right? Yo, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2. We got 2. But he forgot where he was at. He thought he was still in the 8th round. He thought he still had rounds to go. So he still had rounds to go. He thought he was in the 8th round. He was good. We just couldn't figure out why he couldn't pick it up. Right.
The relationship between Tank Davis and Calvin Ford has become a hot topic among boxing fans. One key moment that fueled this speculation happened after a recent fight, when Davis seemed to avoid Ford's attempt at a post-fight hug, choosing instead to interact with others ringside. This did not go unnoticed, leading fans and analysts to question their current relationship. Social media quickly reacted, with Twitter user Nathan Earl pointing out a major shift in their dynamic. He made Calvin Ford his second trainer, and during the fight, he told him to stop giving instructions. "I knew it was going to be a bad night after that. Tank without Calvin equals no champion. Every time Tank wins, it's after Calvin gives him advice. Trying to be bigger than the program never works." This tweet reflects concerns that Davis's decision to demote Ford might hurt his performance. Ford has been more than just a trainer. he has been a mentor and guiding figure in Davis's career. Any tension between them could affect not only their personal relationship, but also Davis's success in the ring. During the fight against Lamont Roach Jr., another moment sparked discussion. Ford tried to give instructions, but Davis interrupted, saying, "You got to stop and listen to me." This exchange, caught on audio, quickly spread online, raising concerns about problems between them. Fans had strong opinions, with Twitter user Marosville tweeting, "Tank telling Calvin to listen to him shows disrespect." Reactions like this highlight the tension and raise questions about their fighter-trainer relationship. Many believe mutual respect and communication are key to success, and Davis publicly dismissing Ford's advice may have weakened their trust and collaboration. While the real reasons behind their split are unknown, this situation has put a spotlight on the internal struggles within Davis's camp. Ford later acknowledged that his role in Davis's career had come to a natural end. He stated that he had taught Davis everything he could, and that Davis was now ready to continue on his own. Ford described their time together as an amazing journey, emphasizing the success and growth they had achieved over the years.
Just for a little bit, and we'll fix that. But nevertheless, I think that made that fight as well.
This question is for Coach Calvin Ford. This is Matt from Brunch Boxing. Now, we know that Tank has talked in the past about retiring, leaving the game of boxing. As someone that's had Tank since basically he was a pup and you praised him as a boxer and a man, what would you like to see Tank do after tonight?
I'd like to see Tank do what he want to do. He said it the last person. I gotta understand, them guys been doing this since they were this fight energized.
Oh yeah. In fact, he's backstage right now talking about he want to rematch.
No, backstage you want to go to the gym right now.
Yes, that's what he said. So I think that was time to start doing.
Yeah, so.
Chris Murray, Philadelphia Sunday Sun. I gotta ask this question in the sense that you said Calvin from California and Chris Murray as well. You said before the fight that you wanted to see him take his game to another level. What didn't you do in this fight that you felt you could have done and whatnot, and pretty much open the fight up to see the draw?
Well, it's like I said again, they've been knowing each other since they were in goats. He stepped up for the card. He stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Again, Tank history. I always sit there and tell you, I don't like knockout. I like punishment. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes things gotta happen to make you get that extra long thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was a good skill playing fight. Skill school. Both of them would take certain chances, some take chances, you know what I'm saying? You see, just like you were doing both, it was like this, you know? It was like we thought he could have did more.
Thought he could have did more and hack off through the Montgomery. You know, he was there. There were shots that he took that the average person would have went out on. And he took, pretty much Tank was setting on the uppercut and he threw it and he was able to catch some of those uppercuts. So yeah, you gotta give him credit.
Calvin Ford, the longtime trainer of Tank Davis, has always stood by his fighter, even when he wasn't directly involved in Davis's training camp. Before Davis's recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr., Ford was confident in his abilities and expected a dominant performance. He believed Davis had the skills and mindset to secure a clear victory. However, the fight ended in a majority draw, an outcome neither Davis nor his team expected. The match had its challenges, including a controversial moment in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, saying hair grease had blurred his vision. The referee did not count it as a knockdown. After the fight, Ford continued to support Davis, recognizing the unexpected difficulties in the match. He stressed the importance of resilience and learning from tough experiences, reaffirming his belief that Davis can overcome setbacks and keep rising in the boxing world.
My journey's crazy. That's why I said this, yo, you can't write this, man. You cannot write this. My experience being gone, and all the stuff that I went through, preparing me for where I'm at today. You know, man, Tank is older. He had the lessons, getting his lessons of what he got to do, take us the rest of the way. And this is his thickest the rest of the way fight.
Calvin Ford was noticeably absent from Davis's training camp for his recent fight against Lamont Roach Jr. This led to widespread speculation about a possible split between them. Addressing the rumors, Ford explained that he had been focusing on training amateur boxers, a role he finds deeply rewarding. Even though he wasn't in Davis's corner for this fight, he remained supportive and expected Davis to deliver a strong performance. However, the fight ended in a majority draw, an outcome neither Davis nor his team had wanted. This result has sparked even more debate about how Ford's absence may have affected Davis's performance and what it could mean for his boxing career moving forward.
Best for him. I'm hoping that he do what I needed to do. You get what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push him so I can see different levels. This time I had a chance to step back. And everybody keeps saying, they changing up stuff. No, we ain't changing up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the, the training camp, how was it? Or you said you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it, splitting the time? How's it going to be splitting the time to
no, this Saturday night? We do all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know all I gotta do is speak. They take out history. Since he was a kid.
The recent majority draw between Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. has sparked debate among fans about how Davis's split from longtime trainer Calvin Ford may have affected his performance. One Twitter user, Jetty General, commented, "Calvin Ford didn't train Gervonta Davis for this fight, and the results show it. Their connection and mentality weren't there. Davis wasn't himself. His head was somewhere else." This reflects a larger concern that Davis's performance may have suffered without Ford in his corner. The fight was closely contested, with Davis taking a knee in the 9th round due to an eye issue, though the referee did not count it as a knockdown. Punch statistics showed that Roach landed more shots overall, while Davis was more accurate. In the end, the judges scored the fight as a majority draw, allowing Davis to keep his WBA lightweight title. The exact reasons behind Ford's absence remain unknown, fueling speculation about changes in their professional relationship. Some fans believe that without Ford's guidance, Davis underperformed. As Davis moves forward in his career, many will be watching to see how his training setup evolves and how it impacts his future fights. Ford has always had a deep understanding of Davis's mindset, knowing exactly how to motivate him and bring out his best in the ring. This connection has played a key role in Davis's past victories, with Ford often highlighting their strong bond during training. However, in the fight against Lamont Roach, Davis seemed distracted and lacked his usual focus. Observers noticed that without Ford's presence, he appeared less engaged, leading to a performance that didn't meet expectations. This highlights just how important their partnership has been in keeping Davis at the top of his game.
That little break in between of you guys not being, was there kind of a family fondness where?
No, he came to see me. Dad, slow down and worrying about you because, boom, he knows that I spend time with my amateurs. You know me, both of y'all know me very well.
Yeah.
Don't I spend time with my amateurs?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. That's my peace. And he know when I go spend time with my peace, I'm going through things. You know what I'm saying? When he was there, at least I know where he was at. Because it was something that we didn't do. It's something that we normally do. Y'all with me? Mm-hmm. And it was good for us to tell you the truth. Because when I step back in the head biggest game and I haven't been there, it brought back so much memories. When we first started off, and him seeing all this working together, he was happy. And at the end of the day, what it's about, the fight.
Before his fight with Lamont Roach Jr., Tank Davis addressed rumors about a rift with his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, assuring fans that their relationship was still strong. However, during the fight, Davis was heard shouting at Ford, suggesting that tensions might still exist. Public outbursts like this can hint at deeper, unresolved issues between a fighter and their trainer. Despite his earlier reassurances, this moment raised questions about whether Davis still has grievances toward Ford. This incident has fueled more speculation about the stability of their partnership and how it might affect Davis's future performances. A boxer's relationship with their trainer is key to success in the ring. Any ongoing tension can impact strategy, morale, and overall performance. Fans and analysts will be watching closely to see how their relationship develops and whether they can resolve any issues to keep Davis on track in the boxing world.
And where you would say
He just did. We got off the canvas once. It ain't about the dub with me. It's about you got that will against will. I don't know. I know I can. I ain't even pushed no buttons with Tank yet. I came from a different beast. I understand what we got to go against every time we get in there. That square box of lunch is serious. So when I talk to him, he know what I'm talking about. Let's see. April the 22nd, 10 rounds.
And his longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, share a relationship that goes beyond the usual coach-athlete bond. They met when Davis was just 7 years old, and Ford became a key figure in his life, helping him navigate the tough streets of Baltimore while developing his boxing skills. Ford has often said that Davis sees him as more than just a coach, more like a father, showing how deep their connection is. However, recent events have put a strain on their once solid relationship. Before his fight with Lamont Roach Jr., Davis assured fans that any past issues with Ford had been resolved. But during the fight, tensions became clear when Davis was seen shouting at Ford in his corner. This public moment has led to speculation that their problems may not be fully resolved. Situations like this show the challenges of mentor-student relationships, especially when personal and professional ties are closely linked. The tension between Davis and Ford is a strong reminder that personal relationships can have a big impact on an athlete's performance.
I ain't even gonna ask you that question on camera. What? I'm talking about family at this point. Cause you pulled up with just somebody else. You didn't even pull up with your team you pulled up with. We ain't see Calvin. Yeah, Calvin was there. Okay, Calvin was there. Okay. I think he came a little late though. I spoke to him. Y'all good? Yeah. All right, cause I just seen Calvin too. But that's another thing. Calvin is someone that he's like, when I ain't had no pops, Calvin was the person that you feel me, stepped in those shoes. So no matter if he's not my coach, anything like that, he's always gonna be in my life. And that's why I said I would have asked that question off camera because I already know. Yeah. Like, yeah, so I ain't, but you already clear.